Carter from Carter Curricula here. I am here to fan the flame of fire for your teaching, for your learning, for your classroom experience, especially as it relates to literary based curricula. And so I'm here, and I will go through this text. We'll break this quote down. We'll take a look at a specific aspect of the text. More specifically, we'll take a look at the preposition in and its function and make some sense of this text based upon that preposition. We have a text written by Ralph Waldo Emerson coming from the essay Nature. Ralph Waldo Emerson was around from 1803 to 1885, and he wrote Nature in 1836. Emerson is a boss, bro. If you have time to read Emerson, please do. Um, Anything he's written, just at least take a look at it, see what he's got to say about some topics. Nature's a very good one. I get a lot of these quotes, however, not directly from the text. I get these quotes from the great treasury of Western thought, and in particular, this category of thinking is how great Western thinkers have thought of human beings. So this small little sentence comes from this text, Nature, the essay by Ralph Waldo Emerson, but I found it in an excerpt in this particular book, The Great Treasury of Western Thought. I'll be doing a number of different text breakdowns with that, close reads with that particular text. Again, Nature was written in 1836, one of Emerson's earliest writings. Emerson had existential crisis. He had a breakdown. His wife died, and he left the church, left pastoring, became an essayist, a philosopher, and a lecturer. And he has a number of wonderful essays that are out there. Again, I suggest that you go and you take a look and see what he's got to say and speak to you in your life, and then you could take it into your classroom full of fire to teach and full of fire to learn. Now, here's the text. I'll read it through, and then we'll take a look at the smallest word, not second smallest word in this text, and we'll make some sense of it. The second smallest word in this text is in, and we'll make sense of it based upon the functions of that preposition in, and then we will land this plane by giving you some practical applications in the classroom setting, and maybe some ways in which you can teach something like this. So a man is a god in ruin. Wow. Indefinite article to start that off. A man, indefinite. It's not the man. It's not this particular man. It's any human, right? So the writing is 1836. I'd love for him to say a man or woman, or a woman or a man, but he just says man, right? Masculine man, but that it just includes everyone, right? That idea of man includes everyone. Is, that's the linking verb that he's got there, links man with God. So look at the structure here: a man, a God. So a man is a God, not the God, but a God. It sort of reminds me of the status that God gives human beings in Genesis. And I'm speaking literarily, not necessarily religiously or even spiritually, although you may take it as such. God gives human beings dominion over the earth, gives them elevated status. There are other texts in the Bible that God gives elevated status to human beings over angels. And so when we take a look at Emerson, he probably has this idea in mind. Very religious culture. He grew up in religion. He broke away, as I mentioned, from religion, and so he's steeped with religious ideas and concepts, right? So, and he says, a man is a god, elevated from creatures that walk upon the earth, that swim in the ocean and the sea, in ruin. Now, when we take a look at ruin, Emerson uses ruin probably about 5 times in all of his texts. He uses it very uniquely in this text. That might be something that you could research, how Emerson uses ruin in other texts. That would be a great study. I wish I had time. If I do have time to steal, I'm going to take a look at the other uses of the word ruin or ruinous or any derivative of ruin. But in this text, ruin probably gives me the image, in this text, gives me the image of a building that's in shambles, that's unusable, or a town that has been hit by a cyclone or an earthquake, and all there's just devastation. A man is in that. So the question is, in my mind, in what does in mean? So in what way is human beings in that ruin? Like what does that in mean? I think that in that word in will unlock the meaning of this text. So I'll break it down with these four different uses of in. Each preposition, when I say preposition, prepositions link two parts of a sentence together. So it's almost like, so God, this first section, and in sort of links that first section with the last word, ruin. And there's different functions or ways in which the words, the prepositions, all words are used, but specifically prepositions in this case, the word in is used in a particular way here, and it helps us to unlock the meaning and bring fire to our teaching and to our learning. The first way that this possibly could be used, which I don't think it is used this way, I'll just go ahead and let you know I don't think it is used this way, but here's the first function: place or direction. In the house is an example of place or direction. That's not really, it's not, a man is a god in the direction of ruin, like he's in ruin. I think if there was an S at the end, ruins, perhaps that might work, but it doesn't seem to work as place or direction there. Secondly, manner or way. I'm just going to go 2 and 3 and just lump those together because those are so similar. So manner or way or state or condition. I think it's either one of these or both of these. Left in confusion, left in the state of confusion, in the state of confusion. So each one of those gives you a flavor of state or condition that someone is existing in, right? Like you can exist in a particular state. Right? You can exist as sort of sad. You could exist in the state of sort of happiness or bliss, or at least that could be around you. You could exist in that state where things are around you, or it could be in you. But it seems like the ruin is something that you are in that condition, and that condition surrounds you. And I say that because he gives man or humans an elevated status, and he sort of stands. The man is a god, and ruin, those stand opposed to each other. Those are contrasting ideas, and since they're contrasting ideas, it would appear to me in this text the contrast of the idea shows that the state of things around this elevated human is in ruins, and it's not the human being in ruins, him or herself. They are in that state, like ruin is around them. It's not time. In is not like functioning for the sake of time, like in June or in spring or in fall. It's not functioning like that. So it's functioning as a state or a condition. Wow. Let's consider how that applies to the classroom context. That will set us on fire for being in that classroom and teaching literary based curricula so that people's lives are transformed through the literature. People's lives are transformed through the learning and for life, right? For their lives. So when I look at this text and I go, if I'm in the classroom teaching, if I'm teaching students, regardless of what the state or the condition is of the school, of the world, of my household, of the classroom, I'm in a state of ruin, but human beings, me, I am valuable. I am valuable, and I won't stop being valuable. Right? Nothing will stop me from being valuable. I could be in a state where things are in shambles, but I'm still in a state of value and worth. And that's those students who come into your classroom. Those students are valuable. Those students are worthy, and so are you as an instructor, as a teacher. And so this is a text that can really bring fire to everyone because it shows us that we are significant, and we really need to hear that. We really need to hear that, especially when the school year goes on and on and on. It's hard to hear. Teachers don't often, at least in my experience, teachers don't often experience the appreciation that should be due to us. And I'm not complaining that we don't experience the appreciation. I'm just reminding us that even if there is no appreciation that comes your way, my way, whoever's way that's in the classroom and they're teaching, doesn't really matter. What matters most is that you understand who you are as human. Um, Amazing, amazing. The learners who are in front of you, amazing. You, amazing. Um, a God, a God, and not capital G, but lowercase g, but still really amazing to be considered that class of human. All right, all of us, regardless of race, ethnicity, uh, gender, sexual orientation. It doesn't matter where you live, the, um, how much money you have. It doesn't matter. Still elevated status because you are a human. No nuances here. No qualifications here. He just says a man, any man, right? Any man, any human is a god. I do have materials that I will have coming forth. I have a curriculum that I've written. It's a business curriculum that ends with sort of a speech, presentation where students create their own business uh, uh, um, based on a product or a service, and then they speak. They deliver it sort of like a pitch for that that service or that product. That will be coming soon. I will be very excited to share with you once that is launched and get your feedback for it. It will likely be posted on Teacher Pay Teacher. But until I see you the next time, I appreciate it. We're going to keep making these videos and coming back and doing our very best to keep us on fire for teaching and learning, for literacy in life. Carter here, and I'll see you on the next one.